Good morning, everybody. Get yourself something to drink. You heard him. He said, "Come on, man. Look at this." My hair grows up like a porcupine. There's nothing I can do about it. Bad hair, bad shave. Listen, thank you very much for your support. First and foremost, sometimes I forget to thank you folks for helping me out, keeping me company. And my makeup artist didn't show up this morning. That's that. Where am I going? Where am I going? You better think about something to say, JoJo. All right. Thank you, folks. We're up to 230 subscribers. Beautiful. Thank you. You guys help me out. It's just fun. This is fun. This is fun. Thank you, Mr. Swan. Good morning. Go get yourself whatever your flavor is. Go get it. Hey, Mr. Spataro, we're all in here. I look like I'm getting older. You get older. It's like, you know what? I don't care if I shave today or not. If I'm doing a video, I don't give a flying care. So that's that. I've got the porcupine hair. That's it. You guys are used to a dysfunctional cup of JoJo, so that's good. At least that's cool. You know, this ain't the most polished channel on YouTube, but I could still roll with the best of them. That doesn't mean I can't rock and roll. None of their minds could match my minds. Someone said, well, JoJo, who do you think was the biggest rat, Mike Franzese or Sammy the Bull Gravano? Obviously, that's a tough question and an easy question. Well, how do you say that? Well, you're a rat. Like if you're informing and you're a rat, well, it's just generic platonic. It's just there's no higher form of a rat or a lower form of a rat. A rat is just a rat. It's taboo. You broke the oath. So whatever the infraction, and you can't minimize it. You can't minimize. You know, years ago they took that oath seriously to heart. So, well, he was gonna tell. No, back then you didn't have to worry about them lying and saying, well, your buddy Jim's making statements. Well, no, he's not. I'll roll the dice and take my shot. I don't believe that Jim's making statements against me, so you're not going to get nothing from me. We're not going to tattletale on each other like two fourth graders. You know, you're not going to fool us. So go for what you know, whatever you got on us, whatever, then go give it a shot. But so they went down and they got fooled because people outthought them. You know, how did people survive in the mob or make it? They outthought. They're thinking. Hey, Fred. Good morning, buddy. They're thinking strategies it worked for their self-preservation. They're alive and they're not in prison, so their thinking apparatus contributed to their being free and alive. So, and then like Sammy the Bull is the more publicized rat. As far as Joe Blow American or the world, Sammy the Bull, the biggest rat. So when you say the name Mike Franzese, you can't associate that with being a rat. Mike Franzese was a rat. A rat is about as much as just like any other rat. But he's the golden boy. Mikey, you're the golden boy. You're the Boy Scout. So It's a tough question and an easy question to answer about ratting, but the new age YouTube viewers think ratting was just part of that life, part of that game. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. There were true people that took the oath. They took the oath, and it meant something. Well, then the RICO Act came, and all this other stuff. The laws changed. Well, that shouldn't have any. It shouldn't have had any impact on a oath and your loyalty to a fraternity. That should remain static. That should remain stable. Other than, oh, well, well, you would have done the same thing. No, they wouldn't have done the same thing. These other people, no, they wouldn't. Mm-mm. They try to take in you and your buddy. They pull you in. They try to take you in. They separate you first. Separate and conquer, just like war strategy. Separate and conquer. You're friends since third grade, and now you're in that life. They put one in a room here, and they put one in a room down the hall. And then these knuckleheads believe these detectives when they're saying, well, Jack has just said this about you. And then what happens? Paranoia sets in. Paranoia. Well, I know he won't say anything on me. The detective's lying. Or, geez, he might be saying something incriminating. What do I do? Well, then all of a sudden, by the time you're done banging your head off the wall, you're thinking, well, I better get him before he gets me. And then, boom, the detectives won. So, will they publicize how many people Sammy the Bull put in jail? No. Sammy the Bull is portrayed and perceived as this certain persona image. Would they ever even say Sammy the Bull was on the FBI payroll? Would that be publicized in any type of social media platform? You tell me, folks. You tell me. So Mike Franzese is not perceived as a rat. But did he accomplish the same things that Sammy the Bull accomplished as far as being an informant? Or does he minimize it or mitigate it in a certain way where you say, well, I understand that, Mike, because Mike is the chess player, communicator, master. He'll sell you swampland at a premium price. He's the master. He's a master. I saw him in action. He's the master, my dear friends. So, who was the biggest rat? They were both rats in every definition and form and essence of the word. And any assumed meanings of that. We're not going to get into vernacular and everything else because I'm already crazy enough. All right. But at its simplest level of being a rat and stuff that's not even publicized on all these channels. See, you see 3 major channels out there and you think that's the narrative and the commentary about that life. It's not. That's not. There's a lot of other stuff that went on with just no-name people that were powerful people that you'll never hear about. Because Mike Franzese and Sammy the Bull are on YouTube because they got caught. And when you get caught, you rat. And then boom, you sell trinkets on the corner and you make money. So it's another hustle. It's another hustle, folks. Where's my makeup artist? I got porcupine hair. Hey, remember I had my hair like this? Billy Idol. Remember that? I'm not afraid. There's no shame in my game. We have fun over here. Not that much fun this morning, okay? Let's put this back down. I want to look distinguished and smart today. I want to look like an effective communicator. I want to look like, Clark Kent. So I appreciate you folks helping me out. I appreciate you guys keeping me going, giving me strength to forge on. And, we have some fun here. You know, if we can't laugh in this world and not be such tight asses, let's, let's laugh a little. Let's have a little compassion. And then when it comes to these mafia clowns, let's think a little bit. But some people don't even care. It's just like, I like what they're saying. It's entertaining. And we don't need to peel the layers back. We don't need to peel any layers back. But you might peel one or two layers back when it comes to ratting and ruining people's lives. Yeah, that's a whole different ball of wax. When you're sitting in mansions and counting millions of dollars, and there's some poor bastard sitting in a freaking in a federal penitentiary, then it matters. I need to make a score, Mr. Spataro. I need to make a score. I used to be a good handicapper once upon a time. Well, see, I do things at a minimum level. I mean, I used to make up the lines. I used to be more very zoned in on numbers, probabilities, statistics, numbers. I loved numbers. It was just this thing in me. And when you're good, you can leverage. And if you know how to leverage, it means you're eating steak instead of bologna sandwich. Well, now at 59, I don't put that much time and energy into it because the refs sports is the WWF. Sports is entertaining, and I don't trust it that much anymore. Yeah, well, JoJo, that's a conspiracy theorist or whatever. That's a conspiracy theory about this. You're just talking out of your ass, a cup of JoJo. Well, maybe I am. And in some cases, maybe I'm not. Because sports has been fixed since the first time Vegas opened up a sports book. Easy money. Easy money. A lot easier money instead of, historically speaking, the mafia had to do all these other kinds of rackets, what might have been tenuous and a lot of footwork, other than just walking up to a window and placing a bet and then 6 hours later going back up and cashing a ticket. That's a lot more convenient. I want to be on that team. But, oh well, we'll see what happens. So I appreciate the people that have been coming in here and helping me out. Fred. Are you in Vegas, Fred? You communist? Fred's a good man in the world. No, I don't mess around with the World Cup. No, Mr. Spataro. I'm not that cultured, bro. I'm not that cultured. If Italy's in there, if Italy's involved in anything, yes. Yes. But other than that, I can't. I used to play soccer a long time ago. I was an athlete a million miles away. Look at this. Look what pops in there. Filth. Look what pops in there. That's all right. That'll be removed before long. I can't do it now in real time. Oh, can I? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I might be onto something. I might have an option. Yep. Remove. Yep. Oh, I might have an option here. Oh, remove. Yep. Take that shit somewhere else, Herb. Take it somewhere else. Oh, bye-bye. I'm becoming tech savvy. I'm becoming a little more tech savvy. Boom. Gone. 5 seconds. Bye-bye. The elections are coming up next week. In New York State, on another topic, is Zeldin and Hochul. I can't believe that Zeldin is neck and neck with this embedded Democratic state of New York. Now, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm an American that just wants to see things run right. I have a lot of military people in my family that went to war for this country and served many years on behalf of our country. Because a Democrat will fool you and a Republican will fool you, but it just seems like the Democrats got a little whacked out. And I can really elaborate, but I'm just going to make this generic. But New York State should be a more thinking progressive state than just being the trash dumpster of the United States of America. What is good? Like, and now if you say, well, we can argue that or we could debate that, well, then what do? What you have ammunition to say, well, this was this or that this is that. I mean, whether it's Trump or Biden or things like that, well, geez, I think, therefore I should know. But nonetheless, just generically speaking, I don't know how a thinking person could defend a party in which everything on every level got thrown out of place, and where another person from another party, everything was good domestically and internationally. So as a thinking person, I'm not buying swampland. I'm not buying swampland. Swampland. I mean, blah, blah, blah. I'm having connection problems. Here we go. You see, folks, I'm having connection problems. So as a thinking person, it's just like, what does it take for these embedded, loyal people to certain parties for them to say, well, I got to change my mind on some things? Well, if you're starving because you can't afford food and you can't afford to eat, then starve, forgive me, God and Jesus, or freeze. You're the suckers that are supporting the people that are doing you damage. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm a thinking American that's loyal to America. So, I mean, Ronald Reagan approved my first student loan, Mr. Spataro. 1981, Ronald Reagan. Federal Student Loan Act. Yeah, Ronald Reagan, my first student loan. I went to business school. That's why I'm so smart today. So, at a political note, Democrat, Republican, because I'm not saying the Republicans won't try to fool you. They'll all try to fool you. They want to make the Americans puppets. They want to make the Americans puppets. You could be a Republican puppet. You could be a Democrat puppet. You know, Ronald Reagan, the best president. Gorbachev, whoever it was, tear that wall down. Tear that wall down. He told him, hey, punk, tear that wall down. I'm not sure who the Russian president was, but Ronald Reagan wasn't messing around. An ex-movie actor turned president. It came tumbling down like the walls of Jericho, biblically speaking. So some people, well, Jojo, how do they not know this is, well, they don't care to know. They're on a team and they don't care to know. Well, Jojo, what will change their thinking around money and what's in their pocket? So that's why I stated, God forgive me, because I shouldn't say that stuff. If you can't buy food and you can't heat your house, then you might wake up and you might be saying, wow, I'm being fooled here. Why am I supporting people that are putting me and my family down for basic needs? That's what, what changes a person's mind around when obvious things can't wake a person up. When obvious things can't wake a person up, money will wake you up real fast, and their lack of money will wake you up real quick. And step back and say, what's really going on here? Let me see. I don't want to be a fool. Sailing on a ship of fools. Sailing on a ship of fools. Turn this boat around, back to my loving ground. Oh no, ship of fools. Robert Plant, for you music connoisseurs, please forgive me for the monotone singing. All right. So next week they vote. Will they keep New York State in the state dumpster? Or will there be somebody that tries to, make New York State powerful? They haven't balanced a budget since the beginning of time. The fabric and everything else, New York State is a joke. It's an embedded party state. And if there's no change this election, I think the next election after whoever wins. Jimmy Carter, that's when they had the gas lines and everything, Mr. Spataro. Odd and even gas. Ladies and gentlemen, once upon a time, your license plate or whatever, you could only buy gas on, if your license plate was a 7, then you could buy gas because that was a odd day. Or if your license plate was an 8, you could go buy gas because your license plate ended in an even number. Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer. I'd like to thank my people down in Georgia or wherever he was from. He had a brother named Billy who was an alcoholic, and they even came out with Billy Beer. Such an innocent, retarded time in America. So I appreciate you folks' support. And you know what? Hit the like button and share. Or we taught to share when you had 2 candy bars. You share. No, not Hershey's with almonds. I'm not sharing. Sorry. Starve. All right. Okay. Here, Billy. Here. And the link to the book, boom, 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 the book. I don't think my demographic of my viewers and subscribers are into reading books, and that's understandable. But if you're ever going to read one book in your life, this is the book to read. It'll be a movie in 3 or 5 years. Think it, utter it, communicate it, and then it might manifest into reality. Because I put the vibration on there. All something has to do is jump onto them. Boom. So I want to eat steak. I'm a gambler. I don't want to eat bologna sandwich and freaking ramen noodles. All right. Oh boy. Those Bushes, I mean, geez, it seemed like those George Bush, seemed like they were in office for 1,000,000 years. They were in office. Can you imagine if Hillary Clinton got voted, won the presidency? Can you imagine if Hillary Clinton won? She would make Kamala Harris look like a brownie. And if you think Kamala Harris is whacked, she'd make Kamala Harris look like a Girl Scout. That's if Hillary could get in there. Well, let me tell you something, folks, on a political level. There are certain points of time that were more innocent than other points of time. In America, political history. Okay, let's establish that. Sometimes in the history of American presidencies and politics, let me tell you something, my dear friends and good people and supporters. When Obama spewed up like a weed out of nowhere, the fabric and DNA of American politics changed that day, because he came in with a new behind the scenes agenda that is truly good versus evil. And he implemented it and he fed it in during his presidency and the other presidencies. Joe Biden ain't running this country. Obama's running this country. Hello? See how they're so scared? You see how Obama's up there endorsing all the Democrats right now? Because there might be a chance they're going to lose power in the legislative bodies of government. Senate, Congress, they're going to lose power. They hear footsteps. Well, let's get old frickin' Obama with the horns. Let's get the mothballs off of Obama. Now he's doing advertisements for everybody because they hear footsteps. Because times might be truly changing, folks. Maybe, maybe not. I'm still going to enjoy and have fun in everything I'm doing political commentary. I'm still going to have fun in my life. Because they can do what they want to do, but I'm still going to do the things I enjoy. And, you know, my daughter's a grown adult. She's successful and everything else. I'm set. I'm set. So Obama come up there. The only thing missing was the horns. I saw him on a commercial. So why? Why? Pops up like a weed. Maybe they hear footsteps. Maybe they think there's going to be a change, and maybe there might be a power change. And if they lose power to the Republicans, they realize it might be so very hard to regain the power of those legislative bodies. Because so they're dirtying it, they're dirtying it up as much as they can now for their evil agendas, because there might be an awakening of another party that comes back into America and straightens things out on a more humanistic level than these people who are just doing crazy stuff. So this power that they robbed the power they got. But if they lose the power that they robbed during the next elections, it might be many a years until they could regain those powers back. It might be over for them. And that's why they're going to try everything out. Andrew Cuomo, another one. Another bred from Mario Cuomo. And these Cuomos are the epitome poster childs for that agenda, for that thinking. Put New York State, fleece New York State. They're not for the people. They're not for the people. They turned New York City and New York State into a dumpster. Well, because the unions are Democrats, and they're on that team. They're on that team, so they can run the state into the ground, carte blanche, because them unions are guaranteed 5%, 10% raises every year. So, yeah, I'm voting for the guy where I'm making $110,000. Well, let me vote for this guy. Next year, I'm making $120,000. Who cares if they're running the state? They're on a higher demographic income level. But the lower demographic voters can override them if they went out and vote. And they're the ones, but they're supporting them. They're supporting the people that are hurting them. So what are you left with? Will they awaken up and say, we won't be fooled again, like the group Who, the song? Or will they say, let's just keep taking it? And, if you can't put food on your table while you're supporting these maniacs, well, then that's your business. I'll eat filet mignon every night if I want. Well, not really. I ain't got that much money, but no. It's a $1.10 rigatoni and the ragu sauce. It's a $4 meal. It takes, boom, and that's it. No filet mignon. Jojo, you're broke. No, I'm not broke, but I don't have a lot, but I have fun. Having fun is free. I know millionaires, they're miserable. Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. I'm higher than them. I don't care about money, finances. My spiritual level is higher. The gecko pasta. The Italian pasta. The Italian pasta, Mr. Spataro. I have told you before, I like saying that name. Manuel Spataro. I'm Jojo. Subscribe to A Cup of Jojo, the dog-faced boy. $2.29 a box. Yeah. Whether we get numbers, yeah, I pay attention to the subscribers. Yeah, I do. Guilty as charged. But you know what? I'm 59. I like having fun here. People come in here, they talk, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's all. I like to inspire thinking. I like to inspire spirituality. I like to inspire goodwill. I like to inspire love and compassion. Okay, with that being said, I'm still a maniac sometimes, and I'm not violent, but I still have bad thoughts. I still have bad thoughts. So, oh well. But this is the Sammy the Bull versus Mike Franzese, who was the bigger rat video, which we touched upon. And then I move along because I'm going to use them thumbnails to the end of time. But when I build up a bigger fan base, subscriber base, then I could just do a regular show and touch upon things. I'll just be accepted as a communicator that people want to hear, and then I can graduate to that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to whore myself out with a thumbnail that gets attention. So guilty as charged. I'm not afraid to say it. At least I'm honest about it. At least I'm honest. And I realized by watching Mike and Sammy that it's a rodeo and they lie their asses off all day long, but it's entertainment. So you know what? I'm going to entertain and use the thumbnails, but I'm good enough at some point in time where I don't need them to rise my channel, because I fight myself real seriously about putting their names in my thumbnail. I'm better than that, but I'm whoring myself up. I got to get established here. It doesn't resonate with me. Like, you're not good enough a cup of Jojo to raise your channel up without putting thumbnails in with them guys and telling stories about them. I don't know, but what are you going to do? That's the way it is. That's this social media platform. I was very green. I was very unknowing about how all this stuff works. And then, you learn a little more, but it still leaves a little, but they don't care. No, I don't care. That's what happens on social media. So if there's no holds barred. So that's the way it is. I'll put whatever I want in my thumbnails. And if I could get people in here on those titles, maybe I could keep those people in here when I graduate and I don't have to use them anymore, and we just build up. When we got 1,000 subscribers, God willing, or 2,000 subscribers, then I'm just going to do a show, and it'll be polished up. I know I say that it'll be polished up. We're gonna rise up. But people like this platform. They like this. It's rising up. So there's been success. Yeah. They'll say, hey, Jojo, you got to kick something up to Mike Franzese or Sammy the Bull. You know what I'm going to kick up? This size 11 foot. That's what I'm going to kick up to them. That's what I'm going to kick up. Mike Franzese would say he never knew me at all anyways. This was supposed to be a 12-minute show. It's 36 minutes. It's 36 minutes. And November 5th. I'm going to do the devotion because I can't put spiritual stuff on the back burner, because when I was dead, the angels didn't put me on the back burner. So it is what it is, folks. They didn't put me on the back burner. They brought me back. So I can't put the spiritual breakfast on the back burner. Walk peacefully with me through this day. You are wondering how you will cope with all that is expected of you. You must traverse this day like any other, one step at a time. Instead of mentally rehearsing how you will do this or that, keep your mind in presence and keep your mind on my presence, and I'm taking the next step. The more demanding your day, the more help you can expect from me. I need all the help I can get. Like I told you, if there's some spiritual entity out there, sign me up. I want in. But I know the angels. I've lived it and experienced it. That might be a quantum leap to a viewer to say, what, well, that was my experience. I don't know about other people, but that was my experience. Okay, this is real to me because it happened to me. But I'm not going to force it down your throat. I owe it to the Savior that brought me back to life. And I'm going to do it, whether people like it or not. This is a training opportunity since I designed you for deep dependence on your Shepherd King. Challenging times wake you up and amplify your awareness of needing my help. When you don't know what to do, wait while I open the way for you. Trust that I know that I'm doing, and be ready to follow my lead. I will give strength to you, and I will bless you with peace. Give me some strength and bless me with peace, because my mind is crazy and I am weak at times. I used to go down to Poconos for Pocono Downs and everything. Jesus, up and down and up and down, and holy cow. But I would like to have a cabin and like maybe Mike Francese's ex-cabin or Sammy the Bull's ex-cabin when they were hiding. Positive words. We all need strength. We are 380 South. Up and down. I was bringing a racehorse with a friend whose wife was training down there, and I was saying, never again, never again, never again. But the scenery was spectacular, and I love Mother Nature, and it was real nice, the Poconos. So positive words will strengthen you. There is life and death in words, and we have to be guarded, CPW, I appreciate you guys coming in here, keeping me company. The numbers are going to be the numbers, and yes, I pay attention to the numbers, but I'm a mild-mannered guy. I appreciate it. I live alone, and I'm not lonely all the time, because if you live alone, it don't mean you're lonely, because I got people here I could talk to. And I got 2 friends, so it's kind of like there's not much to choose from. These are my real people here, because I have technical problems. This isn't the best polished show or whatever, or does it even qualify for a show? You're damn right this is a show. I'm better than them. I'm better. My mother and grandfather taught me, be the kings and queens of your world. Have confidence. The world will chew you up. It's not good to be pompous and egotistic, but have a level of confidence in yourself, because a lot of people are trying to talk you down into believing that you're less. Don't buy those goods. Don't buy those goods. Stay strong. And the spiritual stuff reinforces that. It reinforces that. I want to be on that team of power and strength so I can laugh more and interact. And if I'm able to help somebody, or, so that's that, folks. Catch that train. And I appreciate your help, everybody. And we're rising up because, I wish I had 10 million subscribers and I had a ton of money. I would fly you people in to a big banquet party and we'd all laugh and have fun and we'd all commune together. Those are the things that run around in my mind, that if I had that kind of power and money, I would put everybody on an airplane that were here in the early days, like these good people, and just say thank you and shake their hands. Thank you. Thank you, man. You helped me out. This is therapy for me, too. This is therapy. I say therapeutic things here and there. I need therapy. So thank you, my dear friends. I wish you all to have a great, blessed day. And it's not partly cloudy. It's partly sunny. So the world is a vampire. It wants to drain the blood. Don't let it happen. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't ever give up. We're rising up, folks. I appreciate these good people coming in here. And I'll talk to you soon. And we'll do some other things. So thank you for your support. Share, like, subscribe, do a backflip, and do all that. And then buy my book. Go buy my book, all right? Thanks, folks. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.